So day 23, and basically today what I've been doing the whole day is doing the Ujjayi breath stuff. So it's basically kind of like doing a smile with your cheeks raised like this. And essentially you want that, but then if you shut your mouth a bit, so then you're just kind of breathing through your nose. That's the most ideal way of doing it. It's like this. And then shut your mouth. But you want exactly the same feeling inside. Now, I had to kind of experiment a little bit with this today, because there were times throughout the day where I was struggling to kind of do it. So one thing is that I would put the tip of my tongue just behind the top teeth, and then at the back of the tongue I'd have to kind of dip it. Now it sounds a bit odd, but once you start doing it, you kind of get used to it. And if you can get the sound of, like, it's kind of like Darth Vader, like this. If you can get that sound, then you're on the right track. So if you can have your tongue, to be honest, tongue up or down, I didn't really find too much of a difference. But when I was struggling to do it, I would basically alternate. If my tongue was down and I was struggling to do it, I'd put the tongue up, and then it would start to work better. And same if the tongue was up and I was struggling to do it, I'd put the tongue down and it would be better. So yeah, play around with that, but I've definitely found that's been helping with my overall resonance. Now, in terms of the acid reflux stuff, I mentioned a few days ago that I might have beaten acid reflux. I would go as far as to say I would go as far as to say that I believe that I have now pretty much sorted that out with the apple cider vinegar, which is pretty cool. But as you know, this is now dealing with a lot of things. It's muscle tension, it's anxiety, it's all sorts of things that we've discovered along this journey so far, which may look like 22 days so far, 23 days so far, but really it's gone back several years now. So yeah, something I did book in today was a speech pathology session for the first time. That's going to be happening Monday, not this week, but next week, which will be really cool. And I'm hoping to learn a lot of techniques about how I can get the sound in the right spot and stuff, and how to, I guess, reduce some of that tension that I've got. Now, I have actually seen a speech pathologist before, and I have done these kind of exercises before, but I'm hoping with some really good advice when I'm there, I'll be able to iron a few of those things out. So that'd be really cool, because basically I want to stop sounding like this, which I sound like pretty much all the time unless I really, really, really concentrate. And and I was saying this yesterday, because of the forward neck posture stuff, which may have been developed when I was younger or something. Like if I tilt my head all the way back, you'll notice it sounds a lot more resonant. So this is normal, like this, and then if I tilt my head back, yeah, like this. So now you can tell that the resonance is better, and essentially what that is I'm allowing my larynx to lower a bit. And with singing, especially with like SLS singing, they teach you to bring your larynx down, which definitely helped me to grow my mixed voice. But in terms of every day, can I do that in speaking? It's quite hard. So I'm trying to, and I said this yesterday as well, have my computer up here, have my phone up here when I'm using it, so that I'm not like doing this, because that's just going to bring the neck forward further. Again, this is over time, and because that's stretching the vagus nerve at the back, which is causing some damage. Now, what I would say is that the cold water stuff, the breathing, the deep breathing, and then the meditation stuff, and of course the Ujjayi breathing that I was showing you just now, that stuff does all seem to be helping. I would definitely say I'm getting slightly more resonance each day, so that is significant, but I don't want to give a definitive answer on whether that's going to solve the vagus nerve stuff, but it seems to be helping. And this is just a few days in, so I'm hoping that after a few weeks, months of this, and by the way, it's not easy doing the cold water stuff, especially. It's pretty difficult. But if you've got a higher purpose for trying to do something, then you can push through the hard stuff. Now, something else that I wasn't sure I was going to mention, but I think I will now, I went to the doctor today, and I was actually to get a referral for the speech pathology appointment. But also when I was there, I mentioned to him about the anxiety diagnosis that I had years ago, and I mentioned this in a few videos ago as well. And he then asked me a bunch of questions, and after my response, he basically said, okay, so you definitely have this, this and this. So he was saying things like severe anxiety and depression and all this stuff. Now, I personally don't like the labelling aspect of that, because I feel like it's kind of putting a limit on myself. So I'm hoping that by doing the vagus nerve stimulation, I can try and reduce some of that muscle tension, which is then going to reduce some of the anxiety that I have. That is my hope. But yeah, we'll see. As you know, this whole YouTube channel is basically about discovering and testing things out, see if I can get myself in a better place vocally. So yeah, if I can get myself in a much better place, then hopefully you guys will be able to gain some hope from that. Because honestly, at times it has felt pretty hopeless. Honestly, when you're getting nowhere, trying lots of different diets and different exercises, all these kind of things, and it seems like you've got every single problem. When you find out information such as, well, the vagus nerve is actually controlling a lot of these things, so maybe if you stimulate that, that's going to help. All of these little things give you hope along the way. So I'm hoping that if I can get to a really good place, you're going to benefit from seeing the journey. And then obviously feel free to watch every single video if you want along the way. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll update you guys all tomorrow. But yeah, that's pretty much it. As I said, I'm trying to do the next stuff, like keep my head up. I'm doing the cold water, the deep breathing, the meditation. The meditation thing is interesting actually, because you're basically trying to really relax yourself. And it's quite good. I think that's one of the best things you can do when you're doing the Ujjayi breath, because ignore that. That's my girlfriend calling from Hungary. She's on a trip to Europe at the moment. I'll have to call her back later. But when you're doing the meditation stuff, that's because that's the state that your body's most relaxed in. It becomes easier to do the Ujjayi breath stuff. And as I was saying in previous videos, it's with the Ujjayi breathing, it's really good for seeing, because you're teaching yourself to get the air in the mask area. Because if you're always doing this, breathing like that, going down here, you're not, I guess, getting it into your muscle memory. Is that the right word? I'm not sure. But you basically want to train yourself to be seeing into this area. And by doing the Ujjayi breath, you're basically getting the breath up here, and obviously it goes down here as well. And then when you sing out of there, you're going to have a more resonant sound. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope that was interesting, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow.